Hi all, welcome to this new video. So in today's video we are going to see how we can start an SIP in ICICIDirect.com. So let's get started. So I have already logged into ICICIDirect.com. So this is the page which pops up. This is a new interface actually. So they have updated their interface few months back. So this is a new interface which you are seeing right now. So but let me switch to their old site because I've been using that for quite a while and I feel comfortable using that. So let me switch to the old site. Okay, so now we are in the old site. So let's see how we can start an SIP in ICICIdirect.com. So for that, first you need to click on mutual funds and click on SIP. So once you click on SIP, you can see three options here: create SIP, view existing SIP, and view expired or expiring SIPs. So suppose if you want to start a new SIP, then you have to click on create SIP. And if you want to see the already created SIPs by you, then you can click on view existing SIPs. And if some SIPs are like going to get expired, so for example, if you have started a new SIP and you put the period as 1 year for that, so when it is about to reach that mark, then you can see those expiring SIPs under this particular option. So now let's see how we can create a new SIP in ICICIdirect.com. So let me click on create SIP option here. So once you click on create a SIP, this page pops up. So here you can see there are some fund recommendations by ICICI Direct. As you can see, like there are some fund of the month. You can see a couple of funds here, and also some research recommended funds here. And like these are the funds which have been mostly bought. So it's up to you whether you want to go with the funds which is being suggested by ICICI Direct, or else you can do your own research and you can start investing on a particular stock based on your research. So in this case, let me not select any of the stocks which has been uh, recommended here. Let me just take a random stock. Let me just give HDFC here. So for example, let me just choose this one. So once I selected that, as you can see, there are two options here. Like we have a buy option and we have a SIP option. Let us try to understand the difference between these two. So buy is like it is like a one-time activity. So for example, you are just going to buy this particular fund with a particular capital which you have. So once you place that particular order based on how much capital you are going to invest this in this particular fund, and on that particular day what is the NAV of that particular fund, based on that you will be assigned certain units to your account. So this is like a one-time activity. So once you place this particular order, certain units will be allocated to your account, and that's it. Then again, if you want to, like after maybe some couple of months or some after some days, if you want to again invest in this particular fund, again you have to come back here and you have to manually do a buy for this particular fund. So that is all about buy. So SIP, let's now try to understand what is SIP. So SIP is like systematic investment plan. So this is like it happens systematically. Once you started this, it happens systematically based on the frequency which you have set. So now let's see how we can place an SIP. So for that you just need to click on SIP here. So once you click on SIP, you can see the basic information of that particular fund. As you can see, this is the latest NAV is 23.74 and 52-week high, 52-week low. So some details you can see it here, and when this was launched. So all this information you can see here. And as you can see here, the minimum SIP investment amount is 500 rupees. So you can start with as low as 500 rupees. And let me switch to the other tab, performance. So if I click on performance, it shows me like what was the returns, like from 1 month this is the returns, and for 3 months this was the return. So it shows some basic information like how much returns it has given, this particular fund has given based on certain period. And it also shows the risk how much risk is there in investing. This is actually not a stock recommendation. This is just an example to show how we can start an SIP. This is not a stock recommendation for this particular fund. Okay, so let me now switch to the portfolio tab. So in the portfolio tab, you can see this particular fund is invested in which all stocks. So as you can see, these are the top holdings. Like this particular fund is investing in all these particular stocks. See, and also the percentage, how much percentage is been allocated to this, each of these stock is mentioned here. Okay, so now let's click on continue to invest and let's see how we can start an SIP on this particular fund. So let me click on continue to invest. So once I click on continue to invest, you can see the fund details here, scheme details, latest recorded NAV details here, and you can also see the fund managers who are managing this particular fund. So some information you are able to see it here. So the first thing what you have to do is like this will be like as you can see, select folio is like new folio. So this new folio is like it's just like a unique number. See, for example, suppose when you have a bank account, it will be having a unique bank account number. And for example, and also when you start a Demat account, you will also have a unique Demat account number. So similarly, for this particular mutual fund like SIP investment also, it will be linked to a particular number. So once you start this particular SIP, if you select new folio, it will generate a new number and that new unique number will be allocated to your account, through which it is like a reference, like this particular fund has been allocated to this particular account. So when you click on new folio, it will generate a new, once this fund is been allocated to your account, you can see a new number which is being generated. So you don't have to do much about this. You can just select a new folio here, and suppose if you have already invested in this particular fund before earlier, then maybe yeah, like then you can see in this drop down, you can see that earlier investment there will be one account number already available here. So in that case, you can choose that particular account number and the investment go to the same account number. Okay, and let's see the next thing what we have to do. So you can either add a nominee here, like if you intend to add a nominee here, you can just click on yes and you can add the nominee details here. So in this case, I'm not adding any nominee details, and you can also insure this SIP with Secure Mind. So I have put this, you can read through the details about this insure with SIP. Insure this SIP with Secure Mind, I have put the detailed information in the description. You can go through that. So let us check the frequency. Frequency is nothing but what is the frequency at which you want to invest into this particular fund. So for example, if I select 1 month, so every month how much amount you are willing to allocate to this, like how much amount you are allocating to buy this particular fund. So every month this happens actually, and you can also select a period. So period, like if you want to invest for a 1 year 2 year, you can select the period. So my recommendation is to put till cancellation, and one benefit is that you can cancel this SIP at any point of time. So it always suggested to select till cancellation instead of selecting for a particular month, because it doesn't matter, like you can cancel at any point of time. And also you can mention a start date. For example, now today is 23rd December, so either you can start this SIP from tomorrow, and if you want to start this SIP from starting from a new month, so you can select uh, Jan 1st. It's up to you, like what you prefer to select here. Then after that, you need to give the installment SIP amount layer, like how much amount every month. So based on the frequency I selected the frequency as 1 month. So every month, how much amount you are going to contribute this, like how much amount you are going to add to this particular fund. So let me, for example, let me say 5,000 here. Okay, and also you can see an option like if you want to just have a estimation or just want to see a future value of this particular stock, you can just click over here. So once you click on that, it just gives a like approximate like idea about how your investment is going to grow. So this is been calculated for a period of 10 years. So like your total investment will be this much amount, and this is the expected growth which you're gonna get. And this is based on this particular, like it is assumed that if your expected returns is based on this much percentage per annum, then this is the amount which you're gonna get. And if you want to see, you can also change this value and you can see the updated value, like you can just play around with this. Okay, then after that, are you assisted by an employee? So if you are assisted by any ICICI relationship manager to start this, in that case you can just select this and you can enter their employee number. So in this case you are doing by your own, so you can just give it as no, and you can just click here this particular checkbox. And installment payment mode is random, like default, by default it is selected as allocation. So that means like every month, this whatever amount you are given here, this much amount will get deducted from your bank account which is linked to this ICICI Direct account, and this much amount gets deducted on that particular day which you have selected here of every month. Okay, and it will be automatically deducted, and that much quantity of that fund, like that much units of that particular fund, will be allocated to your account. So once you selected that, you just need to click on submit. So once you submit, the order gets placed. So once the order get placed, you have to wait until the day, like until which day you have selected here. You have to wait until the day. But I think even for on that particular day, you won't be able to see the details updated in ICICI Direct. It will take 1 or 2 days to update the details in the ICICI Direct account actually. So once you have placed this account, then let us see how where we can see the details. Like once you place the order, where it gets, where we can see the status of that particular fund, how much unity, what is the current price, what is the whether it is a profit or loss. So all those details where we can see, let's try to check that. So for that you need to again click on mutual funds. Then after that you need to go to unit holdings here. So if you click on unit holdings, you will be able to see the fund which you have selected and how much quantity till date, like how much quantity was allocated to you. So like what is the current NAV and some details like whether it is a profit or loss. So all those information will be displayed here, and it will take few days to update the details in the account. And so for example, let me, as I told you, SIP you can redeem it any point of time. Suppose if you have an emergency and if you want to break the SIP, you can just click on redeem option here. So once you click on redeem option here, and it will ask you for like how much, like whether you want to redeem the entire allocation, like entire amount, or if you just want to redeem a particular amount. So you can give that option how much you are willing to redeem, and you can just submit. So it will be credited back to your account in 3 working days. That's exactly, I'm not sure, 3 or 4 working days it will be credited back to your account. So this is how you can start an SIP in ICICIDirect.com. So hope you like the video. Thanks for watching.